Um,
What are we doing?
yeah,
I'm not hosting this one, pal. You won.
What?
you didn't tell any. You
You
didn't
didn't
tell
tell
me who was
anybody that.
hosting. Yeah, you were just like, let's do Blue Moon, and we were all like, okay.
Thought it was implied.
No, it was
No.
not
All right, fuck
implied.
it. Fine, I'll host. Max picked, but I'll host.
I don't think it was a
I
pick
don't think it was that
necessarily,
clear. I
but
thought I was gonna pick like
yeah.
I
another
thought every
movie.
time somebody wins, they host. So we've always done it.
No, they pick their one of their favorite movies.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you mentioned Blue Moon, and you're like, do you want to do that?
Yeah, and I was
And
like, okay, cool. It's on
Max said,
Netflix,
yeah,
you
well,
know?
it's Blue Moon.
So I guess you can all figure what we're doing tonight. Welcome back to the Unqualified Film Bros podcast. Hell of an Oscars that we saw Sunday night, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the ceremony and the haves and have-nots and what have you from Sunday night. But in the meantime, we are talking about a nominee for Best Original Screenplay. We are talking about a nominee for Best Actor, and shut out from the other 22 categories. These two already said the title, but we're doing Blue Moon tonight. It's a Richard Linklater piece starring Ethan Hawke, Margaret Qualley, Bobby Cannavale, Andrew Scott. Gentlemen, what do you guys think?
Um, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I did love that it was sort of a love letter to Broadway, in its own right, and that is something I certainly appreciated. George, I'm sure you did too. Ben, maybe less so. Um,
I
but
I mean, Rogers and Hart are also pretty famous for
yeah,
their jazz contributions. So
hmm
I'm a big jazz guy.
that
I
is true. We
appreciate
do
this
know that
these
about you.
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Something for everybody with this one.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty tight. It was a what, hour 40.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, in Sardis, which is like the location if anyone watching doesn't know, on Broadway. And all the caricature in the background and everything. So I mean, that was wonderful. But I think it kind of got the recognition it deserved. Ethan Hawke is kind of the only
Yeah,
person
he's
really
very
that
good.
gives anything, and that's with good reason. Yeah, it was really good, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked it. It's nothing exceptional in my opinion, but I did think that Ethan Hawke did a fantastic job. Um, I I do actually appreciate Oklahoma because I acted as uh whoever the cop is in Oklahoma.
Um, at
It has
escaping me
been
right
a
now.
long time.
I
Escaping
don't
me.
remember either, and I played the guy. I played a lot of the
Yeah,
cops. I
that's
played
I
him.
Max, I think we can
Played
put this one
Lieutenant
on Ben.
Schrank in West Side Story. I remember
You were
that one because
Shrank? That's not even
Lieutenant.
the good, and I put a lot of sarcasm into this. That's not even the good cop.
Okay, well the other cop is they have a song about him.
Right. You want to be Krupke.
I don't think you do.
Did you just say you want to be Officer Krupke?
If you're
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
one of the two cops in West Side
dude.
Story,
Schrank isn't a bad guy.
yeah, but you're the focus of their Officer Krupke.
Yeah, I don't want to be the focus of Dear Officer Krupke. And also, it doesn't work. I'm a skinny guy. You think I'm going to get cast as Officer Krupke? It's like the skinniest guy in the cast. You can't do that.
All right, Shrank, continue.
Um, but yeah, I did enjoy the movie. Um, again, there's nothing crazy going on here. Like Max said, I think the most notable thing is Ethan Hawke's performance. As this bitter asshole that, is kind of heart He's a heartbreaking, tragic sort of person, but he also is a bitter asshole. And I think he does a great job. He's got a great voice to him. Uh, he really
Mhm.
tries to do a good affection of who Hart was as a person. And I don't know what they did with the height. It seemed like they made Ethan Hawke shorter, and I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they did it either, but it was, they had some fun tricks that you could kind of pick up on how
Yeah,
they did it in certain moments, but like it was pretty tricky in some point. I couldn't tell.
yeah. It's sometimes I was like, how if they do like this? Because he's a normal sized guy. I mean, he's probably close to six
He's
foot.
like a foot taller than him, I think I read
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah.
Sure
but
they were
again,
able to
I mean,
do it
I enjoyed it.
with staging and with different levels and other characters on
They
boxes
could
and whatnot.
they can do that, but sometimes it seemed like it must have been digital just because of how it was shot,
Maybe, I mean, like
the
the
angle and everything.
exteriors at the beginning of the movie when he's walking in the alleyway, and then like when he's going up and down the staircases inside Sardi's. Like there are a couple examples of that, yeah. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed it too. I mean, it's Richard Linklater is probably one of my three favorite directors working today.
Just, just before you finish or start, I should say.
Before I start,
Um, I thought it was really funny that Richard Linklater made two movies. One of them is this one, which isn't really about the making of Oklahoma, but it's sort of another guy's perspective. And then he made a movie about the making of Breathless, and those were his two movies this year. It's very funny. Sorry. It's,
but like I said, Linklater is one of my probably three favorite directors working right now. I'm working my way through the Before trilogy for the first time. I watched Before Sunrise a couple months ago. I watched Before Sunset last week. Um, I'll probably watch Before Midnight by the end of this week at that rate. Um, but I'm a fan of Everybody Wants Some, his baseball movie, which is a ton of fun, and I will be watching that on the eve of opening day next week, as I did last year. Um, but one thing I love about Linklater's films, and this is the latest example of that, is he's just a master of creating slice of life stories. Um, Boyhood being the obvious exception, which is 11 years
that's
of a life.
yeah, that's
Um,
that's an unfair one.
which it's a remarkable achievement of filmmaking, Boyhood is. It's also probably my least favorite of his films that I've seen. Um, that being said, it's Linklater and Ethan Hawke, which we also get here. We get in the Before trilogy. It's a remarkable partnership that has worked time and time again for decades. Now, what I love about this film and its slice of life nature, with the exception of the beginning of the film and the end of the film, which takes place months later, um, when Lorenz Hart succumbs to his alcoholism and dies in an alleyway. Um, Spoiler alert, is like Before Sunset. This film almost takes place in real time. It feels a lot like a stage play. And I think, Max, part of what you said about how this could be viewed as a love letter to Broadway and classic musical theater, and I absolutely agree with that, is that Linklater puts a very stage-like story on the screen. And I think that really works to the production's benefit to have a story about theater feel like theater.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think one of the best parts is the staging. I think it's pretty genius to have a sort of stage like, production design where you have a bar, right? I mean, it's a classic stage tool because anybody can walk in, anybody can walk out, and it fits with the character, fits with his alcoholism, and it fits with a lot of these, types of people. This is something that's extinct now, but a lot of these guys used to just go into bars in New York and talk, or in, some of the big European cities. again, doesn't happen anymore, but that whole portrait of all the people that walked in and, sort of hang out there. I mean, that's all true. And apparently all the celebrities sort of hang out in this one bar.
especially on the night of a big premiere.
Yeah. And it really fits again, stage sort of foreshadowing with the flowers and things like that. So you're right. It definitely does feel like a stage performance.
Mhm.
Aside from digitally shortening Ethan Hawke at some points, there's nothing visual effectsy about this.
Yeah,
I think
it
for
would not
a
have beaten out Avatar in the visual
No,
effects
I don't
department.
think so.
No.
it should it have been nominated? I don't know.
I think it should have been nominated for digitally shortening Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke, I would go so far as to say of the four Best Actor nominees that I saw this year, Wagner Moura being the exception, and I do want to see The Secret Agent in short order. I would put Ethan Hawke's performance here second behind Michael B. Jordan.
I would not. I would not go that far.
I
I
would.
I
would
think
probably put
Timothy
him
and I think
last.
Leo surpass him
Yeah,
pretty
and
easily.
Wagner Moura. So I have seen The Secret Agent. I think he's very good. It's just, he doesn't have to go through as much. I don't know. There's
I
there's
also
less
think
room for him
he's
to act. I don't know.
he's benefited here by the quality of his script. Again, a Best Original Screenplay nominee.
And the quality of person that he's portraying, there's a lot of richness to that Broadway, any of those Broadway characters. And I mean the people that like were in
Yeah.
Broadway wrote not fictional characters that they wrote. I think that always helps.
I mean, that's why the like I don't not the cameos really, but like sort of the name drops that they go throughout the
Stevie
Stevie
Sondheim.
Sondheim that, I think
Stevie.
in any other
Who was a
context or way that
protege of
it was
Oscar Hammerstein.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, but
He must
that
have
the way
gone by
that they
that,
like introduced and
but
dropped the names was hilarious.
it was just like at the end, it felt like
I
anytime
mean,
these like really bad cameos happen, it feels like the after credit scene in
the Kingsman
The
too.
Kingsman. Yeah,
Yeah,
whichever one where it's like, let
the
me
third
introduce
one.
you
Yeah.
to, to Adolf
Steve,
Hitler.
Stevie Sondheim will return in Avengers Doomsday.
I mean, that's what started it, but people love that. And now they satire it. That one, that was egregious. And it's not as
Yeah.
bad, obviously, but it is like for a movie that's so depressing and, seems full of this stage-like passion, to name drop someone. I mean, you would never do that on stage, right? Like nobody cares about us. Nobody does sequels on Broadway. Well, they do. Very rarely. They did back in the day for some of the classics, but that's a rare one. Yeah, so I have to agree with Max. It was it was it was a little jarring.
But I
But
mean, I
like
still think it worked. Like it was,
Yeah.
it was played up to be ridiculous, but and I think it worked.
And a lot of who Lorenz Hart is, and he's the person around whom the story is based and the world of the film is based, is that he has this over the top personality. And so it should follow that this story around him and this film built around the character of him would not necessarily extend to a ridiculous degree of forced cameos and name drops and what have you, but
I feel like Lawrence Hart would hate that. Seems like the type of guy that would hate that, but we'll never know.
Well,
I
he
feel like
named Stuart
Richard
Little, which
Rogers
is
would
pretty
hate
cool.
that.
Huh?
To who?
Yeah, which one of us?
Yeah.
Wait, who's responding to who?
Both of us said something at the same time, and
I
I'm
don't
like,
know what I
Four
said.
and a half years on Zoom and we haven't figured this out.
I don't think I said anything. I think I just was mumbling.
Mm.
So
Regardless, I enjoyed it. These are all petty criticisms. I don't know.
yeah.
I
Um,
don't have much else to say.
well,
It's one of those movies that
we've talked about Ethan Hawke, we've talked about the story and the screenplay, each of which were Oscar nominated. If this film didn't do it for you two as much as it did for me, let's talk about why not. Let's talk about the supporting cast. Let's talk about what didn't work with Linklater's direction for you. What do you got for me?
I don't think
I
it's
mean,
that
there's
it
nothing
didn't
with the
work.
supporting cast because they showcased Ethan Hawke and for good reason, right? Like
It
it
was a
was a
starring vehicle
story
for
that
him.
was yeah. And so like I don't know, there wasn't really anybody else that kind of stood out because they didn't have much else to do other than kind of help him move the story along.
Second movie we've done in the last month or so that has criminally underutilized Margaret Qualley, though.
What was
Speaking of
that?
the supporting cast, How to Make a Killing and this.
Oh, huh. I mean,
See, neither of you even remembered that she was in that.
she's his muse. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Look, I don't think it's that it didn't work for me. I just think it was a good movie, not like there wasn't anything that like stood out to me except for Ethan Hawke's performance. So I have nothing really to criticize. I don't think it was a bad movie. It's not that things didn't work. I do think that, like Max said, some of the characters are a little flat. Like Hart's an interesting guy, but it kind of seemed like everyone else was reduced to being less interesting people, even though these are very famous.
Like even E.B.
Um,
White.
yeah, E.B. White I thought was really kind of bad. You have this great writer, and you talk about how great of a writer he is, and he's just sort of like the listener,
Yeah.
writes down like Stuart Little.
That was probably the most egregious of the little Easter egg moments that we saw peppered throughout the film.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I have no doubt, and I'm not sure that this is for sure, but I'm guessing that E.B. White credited this to like why he named it Stewart, and that's why they felt like they could put it in. If not, that's a really bad Hollywood sin.
I would I would think Linklater wouldn't
That's what
make
I'm
that
thinking.
up
That's what I'm thinking.
for the purpose of
But
the movie,
again, I
just to
don't know.
shoehorn
I
E.B. White into
cannot
the
say.
movie.
I'm sure he visited the bar. I mean, like I said, this was a common thing. Like, I'm sure
It's
I could look
middle
up what
century
bar
New
this
York
is,
City.
but they all had like certain bars that they all
All the
went to.
names were there. It's Sardi's. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot that they have the
I
I
think
forgot they listed the name.
the one character, because I agree that a lot of the supporting cast felt flat compared to Ethan Hawke. The one who I feel didn't is perhaps the character with the second most prominence, and that's Andrew Scott as Richard Rogers. I feel like while he's kind of subdued in how much he is featured in the film, there's not a lot for Scott to do with the role, and there's not really a lot for Rogers to do with Hart in this, other than try to get away from him for most of the night. Um, I think one thing that Andrew Scott does really well, just as an actor, is meeting his scene partners moment for moment and beat for beat. And I think what we get here in limited exposure is really quality chemistry between Scott and Hawk. Um, their relationship as Rogers and Hart feels lived in, feels like over a decade long of this partnership that has soured to the point where Rogers would look for Hammerstein as someone new, someone fresh to work with. You feel that exasperation in the character, and that really plays through in the moments that they share together. So yes, while a lot of the cast is pushed off to the side, really organically, I'd say, in the interest of boosting up Hawk's role in the film and Hart's role in the film. Rogers needs to be that secondary force in this film, and I think Andrew Scott really elevates to that level.
Yeah, no, I'd say he's got a good performance. I still think that the character written for him is still a little flat. Like he does a very good job, because he's a fantastic actor. But
Agreed.
again, we're talking about Richard Rodgers here. Like he's not a boring guy, and they give Hart a lot more to, play with. And again, it's more his movie, but I guess that's sort of what I
Like this
mean. They're not equally
this
written.
this night told in the story of Rogers and Hammerstein is a much different movie. It's a
Well,
blip.
yeah, yeah. I just mean that the way that he's written, because he's
Okay.
not intended to have his. Also, the second most screen time probably goes to Eddie, right? He's
Yeah.
like
Eddie,
definitely.
E.B. White, Morty all have more meaty roles, but they're no less like flat.
Morty's a fun
I still
character.
think they're all flat. Like it,
Yeah, E.B. White's more of a listener. Eddie's just like, hey, I'm the bartender. I got ideas.
Still fun to see
Which
Bobby
I get.
Cannavale play off of anybody.
He's still fun. I mean,
yeah,
I
he's
have
a lot
nothing
of fun.
against it, but that is kind of his character. Um, so yeah, I mean, look, nobody does a bad job. It's hard for me to like criticize again. I'm saying some of these characters are underwritten, so I feel like less of a weight. Hart is really got a lot of meat to his part. It's all about him, and so everyone else is sort of like a play piece,
Mhm.
um, to move his character along, to mean something to his character. In the case of Margaret Qualley. But everyone does a good job. I mean, certainly people are underperforming. And again, it's a stage performance and your
Yeah.
stage-like performance. It really seems like it's meant to showcase Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, it feels kind of like a one man show kind of a thing, with just like interjections from
Yeah,
the supporting characters, which
the
is
cast
fine.
is
Yeah.
passing Lorenz Hart
Yeah.
around beat for beat, letting him move through his own story
Yeah.
ornamentally.
Yeah, I mean like the way he brought in E.B. White is like, oh, it was literally like an I didn't see you over there kind of a moment. And you could see that playing out on stage in, a shorter,
Yeah,
writing, but sort of like that.
I just really want to see this on the stage.
I don't know. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Um, cool. Well, before we wrap up, I want to spring something on you guys elsewise to talk about this evening because we've had a couple of big trailer drops this week.
Okay.
Um, I want to talk for a couple minutes since I'm thrown into hosting responsibilities and I didn't know I was going to be hosting tonight.
Oh, please. I knew less
Um,
than you did.
Yeah, that's on you.
let's talk for a beat about Dune Part 3 and Spider-Man Brand New Day. You guys have each seen the trailers by now, I assume.
Hmm.
I have not seen the Spider-Man one. I've
All right, well
seen.
let's talk about Dune for a beat then.
Okay. Uh, looks really cool. I don't know what's happening with Florence Pugh's character. She's in like Clayface.
No,
Um,
Clayface is a DC project coming out later this year.
no, that's the character. She's just in Clayface. It's like blackface, but instead it's clay. I
Sure.
believe it's the same idea.
Yeah,
It's something on your face. But I mean, you,
Yes,
you know
that is
what I'm
true.
talking about.
Yep.
Which is the only thing that's confusing to me because nobody knows what the hell that is.
yeah.
Other than that, looks pretty cool.
It's got me hyped. I think seeing a more developed role for Anya Taylor-Joy this time around after being kind of an ethereal concept in Dune Part 2 That'll be fun. I think Robert Pattinson is going to have a hell of a year, hell of a couple
It looks
years.
great. It depends how many Dunes they want to make.
I mean, the trailer says the epic conclusion, so I'm guessing at least
Well,
for Denis Villeneuve, this
Villeneuve,
is it.
yeah, Villeneuve said he's doing this and then taking a break. So it's the epic
Well,
conclusion
he's
to
got Bond to do next. He's not
yeah.
not like
Well,
he's
I
taking a
mean,
break
I could
break.
explain what the conclusion is, but I don't want to spoil anything. All right.
Yeah, I know it gets weird,
It gets weird.
but I also like, and part of me wants to read the book and the books before, but I also kind of want to go in like not knowing and just be
That's where I'm at.
This
like,
isn't the one where it gets weird, or it doesn't
okay,
get that weird. The
Because
next
this
one
this
it
movie's
gets
based on
weird.
Messiah, right?
This yeah. This is Messiah. And then the next one would be Children of Dune.
Yeah.
mm,
And that's where it gets weird.
And that's where it starts to get weird, and then God Emperor gets wild. Takes place in for like 1,000 years or something. Um, I don't know how you would even film this shit, but
get Richard Linklater.
get
He's done
Richard Linklater. We're gonna film this over
it.
1,000 years. My great 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 grandchild will finish it, and then just find the one immortal person on Earth and have him star.
The actual Muad'Dib.
The actual that is kind of the point, though.
Lead
Yeah.
them to
Like,
paradise.
um, but yeah, this is kind of the conclusion for Paul.
And I think that's all that he really set out to do with these is tell
hmm
the Paul Atreides story.
Yeah, because when it gets to Leto, it gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
Cool. I'm excited.
Me
It
too.
should still be a
I'm
lot of
I
fun,
did
doing
but
see some stuff about the I think Warner Brothers booking out all of the IMAX
IMAX theaters.
theaters. So it looks like unless Marvel decides to move off of the same day, they're getting shut out of IMAX. And they can't move
Which
up because I
I
think what's
think
coming out
they gotta
Thanksgiving.
move. I don't know.
I think Doomsday needs to make a Billy worldwide to break even.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude.
Um,
That's
and
insane. This isn't
it
James
comes out the
Cameron
same
doing
day as
Avatar.
Dune. It comes out the
And
same
it
day as
probably is gonna
Dune
need to make more than
with
that.
no IMAX theaters.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough,
With
man.
marketing,
So
they're gonna need to make like $2 billion.
Marvel is clearly counting on people doing Doomsday the way they did
Jesus Christ.
Barbenheimer. I am doing Doomsday. I'm going to see Dune
No.
Part 3
See,
and then
I
Avengers Doomsday back
I
to
gotta
back.
push back on that because it was an organic moment that came out of Barbie and Oppenheimer to
Dude,
create something
Yes,
wonderful.
I
it
This
feel
is
like
a
they're gonna
was.
kill this.
manufactured fake moment.
Is this not gonna ruin it? So they lose to the IMAX theaters. Dune's gonna
Mhm.
get like heavy turnout. Are they not just going to fucking sink themselves by doing this stupid thing where they're like, oh yeah, Doomsday, let's do that.
You
Like
got to
this isn't
remember,
even like it was
Bob
Endgame.
Iger's going to
This
do
isn't
what he
even
wants.
Endgame versus Dune 3. This is like, oh, let's scrap together a movie for $350 million
And
and
everybody
drop it on
knows
the
they're gonna
same day as the second
lose.
biggest. Like you're gonna lose this battle with no premium formats, basically.
Yeah,
Like there's,
that's
I don't see it.
They gotta move
They
it.
gotta move. Just
they've
bump it to
already
like,
moved. They've already moved twice.
yeah, but like bump it
They have to
back to
do it
like do it
again.
again. Bump it back to like February
They're gonna
2027. I
lose
don't
more
know what's
money.
coming out then, but that'll be better than fucking what, Christmas or something?
Yeah, it's
No.
Christmas, I think.
Or six like mid-December, something like that.
It's some
You wouldn't even have
it's
to
around
push back Secret
holidays.
Wars because that's Christmas 27.
Yeah, and like put two Avengers films in one year. Like that'd be fun. People would like that. They'd get confused, but who
Also, it's a
cares?
part
They
one
did
and part
two.
two.
They
Yeah.
did two Matrix movies in one year.
Yeah, but those were good.
Don't, well, no, they weren't.
Well, yeah,
The
but
They were
second the
like,
not
second
good.
one was okay. The third one was trash.
yeah.
We did
Oh,
the
it was
fourth one
two
on the
and
pod.
three. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. We did.
The fourth one was kind of
Um,
fun.
hey, speaking of Marvel, then you can listen in intently here. Um, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer dropped this morning.
Yes, it did.
Max, your opening thoughts?
I mean, they packed a lot in there, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff. I think their fun marketing gimmick of releasing 2-second clips or whatever, if it's true that that was them mimicking comic panels, very cool. If not, then okay, fine, whatever. It drummed up some hype. Either way, I think like whatever they do, it's gonna attract attention with Spider-Man being one of their most reliable IPs right now between them and Sony. It's like
It's
it's kind of a
is it even
no-brainer that whatever
theirs?
they release it's gonna go gangbusters. Um, but look, it, I think it looks really interesting. I mean, again, it's a teaser, so we don't really get that much. I know I just said the opposite of that, but you know, you can infer a lot from it, but
Yeah.
there aren't a lot of like, oh, here's exactly what's going on, which is great. They didn't do too much in the teaser, which is always
You're
good.
not going to give away the
But
store in
No.
your first trailer drop for a movie that's coming out in 4 months.
I am
No.
Which, by the way,
excited to see that they're. Oh, sorry, what?
I was just going to say, waiting until 4 months before the release for a Spider-Man movie is exactly what they did for No Way Home. That was an August 21 trailer drop and a December 21 release. But
Hmm.
I would have expected this trailer sooner, and so I
Yeah, they
give
didn't do a
credit to them
Super Bowl
for
spot, which everyone thought something
yeah,
would come out there, even just like a
the
logo
30
or
second.
something. Yeah. Ben, what were you saying?
Um. Oh yeah. So I wanted to say that I'm really excited that they're teasing Big Wheel. Glad to see that he's getting his spotlight. I'm kidding. I don't think that I haven't
We're
seen it.
gonna get we are gonna get a
Is
lot
Big
of
Wheel in it?
street level Marvel
No, I don't
villains,
think so.
Spider-Man villains in a
That
montage at the beginning of the movie. That's a very popular prediction right now, and I'm going along with it.
Okay, but Big Wheel is like a low-level street level, guy. He's just a guy with a big wheel.
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't think they're doing Big Wheel. But I do
We're
think
getting
it that
Punisher and Hulk though, and Scorpion.
yeah, I mean, I do think that Daredevil
Big Wheel's the
season
Joker.
2, Born Again season 2 is gonna have a pretty some impact on the movie or like on the events of the movie, of course.
Especially if we're seeing more Frank Castle in
Yeah,
Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Punisher's in it. Forgot.
And you'll see what else is in there too, Ben. There's another thing that's very clearly like, you know,
You guys
we're
could just tell me it's a teaser. It's not the
I don't know,
movie.
maybe you want to watch. I don't know, maybe you're like really
I'll
excited about it,
watch
Ben.
it, but I'm not that excited. Just tell
Well,
me.
I don't
Spit
know,
it
Ben. I
out.
can't read your
Give me
mind.
the short version.
The
Like
hand is in it.
oh, okay.
And
All right.
so
Well,
it's like it's
that's
a
pretty
very,
predictable.
that's pretty telling. It's not like they're telegraphing that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Kingpin. It's Kingpin.
They can't do Kingpin in the movies.
It's Kingpin.
it's
It's
always
Electro
Kingpin.
Nachos.
It's
It was
Kingpin's hand.
it was Kingpin all along.
It's
He's the mayor of New York.
He is, and he's building himself. Well, it's already an island, but he's making it a fortress.
Wait, so is Sadie Sink Electra? Ooh,
I think she's gonna
Unsure,
be Rogue.
unsure.
Rogue. It's a mutant though.
In the trailer, they talk about how Peter Parker, in the teaser, they talk about how Peter Parker's genes are mutating.
I mean,
So
I feel like that's gonna be an easy explanation. Like, oh, when the universes started to incursion upon each other, like you were
the X
exposed
gene
to,
was activated.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess they gotta find a way to introduce mutants. I mean,
Well, they're peppering it in already with like Kamala
all these
Khan and
people are mutants. They're just not
Namor.
like they're like artificial mutants
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
Peter Parker gets scienced and Fantastic Four get cosmic grade.
Hmm.
But they are technically all mutations.
That is
That's how
true.
their powers work in the comics.
This is true.
So
Except for Peter Parker, he's kind of weird. They retcon that.
he is kind of weird.
He's got the
Um,
spider force.
I saw some stuff maybe like they're doing like man spider, there's all this talk
there's
about
a
like
Yes.
little bit of a little bit
rebirth.
of
I don't know if
speculation
they're
with that,
going
yeah.
that I don't know if they're going that deep,
I don't
but
think,
I
I
don't
mean, I
I
don't
don't
put
think
Not.
anything
they'd be bold
past
enough to do that.
I
No,
don't put
if
anything
they're not
past
doing
Destin
Big
to
Wheel,
do
I
that,
mean,
but that's some Children of Dune shit.
That's why we're getting Batmite in the DCU
dude,
because
Manspider
James
is
Gunn
pretty
can't shut up
freaky.
about him.
Yeah. I mean, if James Gunn was in charge of Marvel, we would definitely get Manspider. But
Oh
we,
yeah.
but he is not.
With the most insane needle drop you've ever heard.
Yeah.
I don't even
Oh
know
my
what it would
God.
be. In
Nobody
any
knows.
case, the teaser trailers for both Dune Part 3 and Spider-Man Brand New Day are available to watch on YouTube. Blue Moon, which we also spent a little while talking about tonight, is available to stream on Netflix. It was nominated for 2 Academy Awards at this year's ceremony. That'll do it for us. We are back next week with Project Hail Mary, so we're heading back to space with Ryan Gosling. Should be a whole heck of a lot of fun. In the meantime, watch some good movies and trailers. Support your local movie theater, ban AI and filmmaking. We will see you for Project Hail Mary next week. Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.